Okay, so we're gonna be watching a replay of Vysor. I think it's gonna be Vysor playing Anna and maybe some other heroes on Midtown. This is weirdly enough, they didn't actually ask for a replay. They just kind of complained. This is their post. Is it even possible to climb as healer in solo queue? It's their supports, not healers. I think it's an important distinction. 46% win rate, gold 1. How do you even climb in support queue? And then they post a link to a screenshot of a scoreboard of their team getting rolled. Their stats weren't even particularly good. I'm tired, game after game, giving it all, but still losing. No fun at all. The tank just stand and choke, or rushes alone, dies, or ults alone and then die. Or the DPS does the same. No one would try to keep enemy DPS in check. They'll just sit in a window and mow down my team. Despite me pinging again and again, no one will contest them. I literally sleep dart a flanking hog, yet my team. No one even bothers to look back. I'm not saying I'm better than all these players. Kinda sounds like it. But these are supposed to be common game sense. How am I supposed to make impact and win games like these? Okay, so I said post a replay code on a scoreboard. They obliged by giving me a replay code, so we will take a look. All right, so you're playing as Anna here. This is a gold level game, right? Because you said it's gold 1, right? So it's a gold level game. Interesting team composition. Not the best, not the worst. Again, in this situation, I would be expecting to pocket the Ratra and have your Mercy kind of stay with Genji, Widow, whatever ends up happening. I don't know what you're doing here. Like, you are firing 5 shots into a Mercy that is full health instead of playing up here. Why does this bad? First of all, you might be able to get a pick, right? 3 shots from Anna kills a 200 health hero, so you could get a pick here. You could throw a grenade here. You could farm ult charge. Also, if they suddenly take a ton of damage from, let's say, a Pharah that flies up in the air, you can't heal them because you're way the hell back here. So why not be here? I also think this is a bad spot to hold in general, and I think at upper levels, nobody holds here anymore. But you should be playing with your team, and you're not. Right? Are you getting punished for it right now? You are not, but something to think about. Alright, your Widow takes damage. You could turn wider than here, because you're totally safe in here, right? That window only has a sight line starting here, so you can easily play here and heal your Widow. This is the terrible grenade. I have no clue why you do this grenade, right? So when you throw this grenade, let's slow this down. Your Widow is missing 40 health, and your Ramatra is full, and your Widow's being healed by the Mercy anyway. What possible world can this grenade seem like a good idea, right? And now that you threw the grenade, you're not going to have a grenade for 10 seconds. That's a big deal. 10 seconds is an eternity in Overwatch. 10 seconds is enough time for them to walk up here and kill your whole team, for perspective. 10 seconds is a really long time for you to be throwing this grenade. Okay, number 1. Number 2, your Genji is coming back super low. You could have thrown a grenade to help save him. You could also simply just be further out here to heal your Genji, because again, you're pretty safe. Unless the sniper happens to be in these windows already shooting you, you're safe to swing here. And again, your whole team's here, so it's unlikely that a sniper would pick you out in the situation. You can easily save the Genji in the situation. But Mercy is forced to, right? Nope. Dies anyway. Easily could have saved him. Easily, right? Is it the Genji's fault to be that far forward? Maybe, right? But he also has 2 healers here, and I think that he probably expected a lot more healing in this situation than he got. Because he got 0 healing from you, and the Mercy only grabbed him at the very end. So I would just give you at least 50% responsibility. Now that Genji has died, and your team's out of position, you basically have lost this point. Okay? So a point that you could have held for, let's say, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe, you can't do that anymore because you let this Genji die. Because the first team that gets a pick, I remember hearing this back in the early seasons of OWL, the first team that gets a pick wins the fight like 75% plus of the time, right? If not more. Okay? As soon as that Genji dies, you're probably going to lose this fight. And you could have prevented the Genji from dying. Easily. Easily. Not even like a high skill thing. You could easily have just been here sooner instead of shooting the Mercy randomly and healing the Genji in the air, and you would have been totally fine. And you'd have a 5-on-5 fight, an even fight. But instead, you didn't. Right? Now you throw a sleep. What is the sleep for? Okay, so let's slow this down. Okay, so Genji's gonna die here. Right? Fine, whatever. Also, you're already at 7 ammo somehow. Where the hell did all your ammo go?
Ready for battle.
Right? It's like you're just wasting ammo here.
Stay focused.
You're at 10 ammo. You reloaded 15, 14. Like the Widow's not actually taking any damage here. 11, right? 10. You're already at 10 shots, and you've healed, I don't know, 40 health maybe with this at most, right? Now Genji's dead, right? I would heal the Mercy once and reload. Okay, you missed the Mercy, you're at 6 shots, and now they're pushing you, and you're missing almost 2/3 of your ammo while the Mercy tries to res. Okay? So, playing this slowly. You sleep. I guess you're trying to sleep the reason. I think the Mercy's trying to res, so I guess I understand this res, right? Because the sleep dart, because you're trying to res, okay? Most important thing, keep the Mercy alive. Right? Can you keep the Mercy alive? Okay, doing alright. Doing alright there. Right, again, make sure to keep Mercy alive, right? Ramacha totally fine here. Ramacha's totally safe. Most important thing, keep healing the Mercy. For the love of God, please keep healing the Mercy. Nope. Could you have done a better job? Absolutely. Right? Plus the wasted grenade would have been useful here too. Right? As I said, and I have not watched this replay. I swear to God, I have not watched this replay. So, but again, if you had grenade here, remember when I said, like, if you throw a grenade, they have 10 seconds to walk over your team. You still have 6 seconds left in your cooldown. Within 4 seconds, they're in your face. This fight's going to be over in the next 2 seconds. Right? Yeah. So you also were walking backwards in a straight line, which is why this Orisa gets you. Right? So watch from Orisa's perspective, right? Pressure, 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 pressure. Right? You see how you're just going back in a straight line? You're not zigzagging at all. Just sends it down, right? Hits you, right? You could have been, for example, playing this side of the car, okay? Which would have made it a harder shot, because then the Orisa would have to peek more. But then you end up taking this hit, and then the Mercy ends up dying, and you 100% could have saved the Mercy. So now you're down to 2, right? Bastion, there's nothing you can do about this, right? Even if you hit the grenade, like, this is over. You've already lost 2. This fight's over. Okay, so let's think about your complaints. The tank just stands in choke, rushes in alone, dies, or ults alone and dies, and DPS does the same. Again, your DPS was farming for ulti, which is really important as Genji. Genji has to constantly keep poking to get Blade, because that's the primary value from Genji now, that Genji's been nerfed significantly. Genji has to farm for Blade. In order to farm for Blade, he has to be aggressive to some extent. He had 2 supports there on high ground, neither one of which was distracted or being pressured, and nobody else was taking damage. If I was the Genji, I would expect to get healed there, right? Full stop. It is absolutely crazy to me that the Genji was poking away at the opposing team with 2 supports at the beginning of the game, and neither one of them were healing the Genji. That is your fault. 100% you. Number 2, right? You wasted grenade, which would have been absolutely, right, a fight turning, or at least fight stalling ability to use in that situation. Okay, which would help save the Mercy, could help save the Genji, could deter the enemy Orisa from walking into your team. Okay? Completely wasted. Threw it at nothing. Nothing. Literally nothing. Right? And number 3, you could have saved your Mercy. Right? So that's 3 giant mistakes that you made within, that was effectively like 10 seconds of gameplay, right? We know it's 10 seconds because your grenade cooldown never came back on. Right? After that, it doesn't matter, right? The Bastion came behind you, killed you, you were gonna die no matter what. Okay, so think about this position, right? So do you want to be playing here? You do not. Okay? This is a trap. There's no way to get out of here. Right? Like, when they push in, and they inevitably will, they will cut off your escape route, and then you will die. Right? You need to reposition here while you have time. They're still moving the card. They're actually playing poorly, because they're not, like, set up as far as they should. You need to start moving before this point. Right? When you spawn, come out, you need to just fucking book it. Right? You see your Mercy's already playing. You need to book it over to here. Right? Or to here. Right? Or high ground if you had time. But staying here is going to inevitably lead to you losing this fight. Right? You waiting here, and why are you shooting the Mercy who's full health? This is like boggling to me, where you're like, oh, my teammates are so bad. Your Mercy is standing still at a cop car with nobody who knows she's there, and you're just shooting darts at her. Meanwhile, your Widow is low to your left, and you're not healing her, and the Mercy has to come over to heal, which also reveals the Mercy's position for the record. Right? Now you're at 8 ammo, right? You're at 8 ammo, looking for what? What, you think you're going to kill this Genji, who has deflect and dash, right, with his team coming out? No, that's not going to happen. And again, remember my note that if you stay here, you will die. Well, look what's happening. Ramacha put the shield. This is a bad shield, right? I mean, I can understand that he thought that, you know, get people coming out here. That's pretty common. But the Bastion does a good play, jumps up top, and now your team's going to get shredded unless you hit the sleep dart. But instead, you're scoped in for some reason. Okay, again, sleep the Bastion right now. It's so easy. Just sleep the Bastion. Nope. Nope, you decide to shoot the Bastion. Okay, and then your Ramacha dies. How can you watch this replay and look at it and be like, man, my team is so bad? Do you feel like your tank walked out here and just died, like, because they're dumb? The tank has to walk forward. You know what I mean? Like, that's the job of the tank. The tank has to walk forward here. Because the tank doesn't walk forward. The tank stays here like you and just plays this corner, then you die anyway. Right? And you waste more time because you're stuck in this spot. There's no way to get out of here. Right? Unless you go this way. Right? There's no way to get out of this position where most of the team is currently located. Right? This is a big mistake. Okay? Again, at any moment in time, you could sleep this Bastion. Could still sleep him, could still sleep him. At the very least, heal your Ramatra, right? I don't think it's a good idea because the Bastion does so much damage, but you could heal your Ramatra. Like, you're doing nothing. Let's track all the actions you take, starting from when that Bastion reveals himself.
Objective lost. Enough one. The pain you'll find.
Okay. So, nothing, you haven't done anything, you haven't done anything, you haven't done anything, you haven't done anything. Okay, you fire one damaging dart into him. Okay, how much damage did that do to that Bastion? Congratulations, you have done 42 damage to the Bastion. Does that seem impactful to you? Does it feel like, oh man, if everyone just targeted this Bastion right now, he would definitely die with his 42 missing health? Hopefully not. Hopefully it should be obvious that that's not going to do anything. Okay, now you take cover. You're pinging the Bastion as though people don't realize the Bastion is gunning down your team. And now you walk forward. So from the moment the Bastion revealed himself, all you did was shoot him with one dart for damage. You did not try to sleep him. You didn't try to grenade your Ramatra. You didn't try to grenade the Bastion. You didn't try to heal your Ramatra. What are you expecting? Right? If I was Ramatra, I'd be so confused. I'd be like, wait, I didn't even hear Sleep Dart go off. Like, you still haven't even tried. Absolutely bonkers. Right, then you throw a grenade. I mean, now your team's now this fight's over, right? Again, if your team gets picked, the fight is over, right? Typically, the fight is over when your team gets picked. So in this situation, for you to have done nothing here is going to mean bad things. Right? Now there's no point staying alive. Just die. Just die. The most important thing is to die right now, right? And I'm not saying this to be negative. I'm saying I don't want you to get staggered, okay? Because if you try to retreat over here and then you get caught and killed, then you're going to be so totally out of sync with your team. So it's actually very important that you die right now. Okay, you run back here for what reason? Okay, what are you doing? What's your plan here? Okay, great, you slept the Orisa. And now what? And you're gonna die, right? You should die here. It's only gonna be a miracle if you manage to get back. Oh my god, I can't believe you actually make it back. Okay, you somehow make it back. I'm saying the vast majority of stairs, you die there, right? That's a huge mistake. Great, you threw this grenade. Does this grenade look like it's gonna be helpful? Okay, so let's run this. So you notice that your Orisa doesn't get this grenade, and their Orisa doesn't get hit by the grenade, so this grenade is useless, right? And you might think like, okay, the Orisa kind of pushed their Orisa out of the way, but what's the point of throwing a grenade this early? They just walk in and then make sure you land it, right? Both of the Orisas are full health. It doesn't matter. Just walk in and confirm this kill right now. Okay? You're so far away. Imagine if you grenade right now. It's so useful, right? I think pressuring this Orisa is a good idea. Again, I think your Orisa would have done that if you landed nade. Okay? But now you're kind of like face tanking. You throw Sleep Dart into a fortified Orisa. Okay? That's why she doesn't get slept here. She has fortified, which prevents her from getting crowd control. You land it, but nothing happens. Okay, now the Ana's here. Okay, fight the Ana. Okay, you whiff a dart, you hit a melee, right? You get purple. Okay, you're trying to stay alive. You throw a grenade to try to save yourself. I think that's understandable. Okay, your team is getting picks. You see, the Mercy and the Orisa have been going off over here in freaking Narnia, doing nothing, literally nothing. One Orisa has tied up 3 of you. Okay, and your Widow has gotten 2 picks. It is bonkers to me that you would think, hey, my team's not doing it. Your Widow is basically playing a 1-on-4 game and has killed 2 and nearly killed the Genji, So I don't know why you're complaining. Like, you are absolutely the problem so far. Genji goes. Great. Good job, right? Your team's cleaning up. This is exactly what should be happening.
No one can hide from my sight.
So, you're in neutral right now, right? Again, you're just spamming darts for no reason, right? No one's taking any damage. All right, good shot on the Genji. Okay, again, your Widow has to walk in front of you to get healed. It's like absolutely embarrassing, right? Your Widow's still not full, which is really important because Widow can get killed very easily, right? Triple shuriken headshots while she's scoped can kill her. It does, I think, like 170-ish damage, right? If she's not full, she could instantly die to Genji. So it is your job to keep the Widow up. Okay? Then you throw another grenade. What the heck? I think you're trying to target yourself? This isn't even remotely close. Right? Like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 ana lengths away from you is how far this grenade is off if you were trying to target yourself. If you're not trying to target yourself, I cannot possibly guess what you were throwing this grenade at. Okay, the Widow, once again, is getting super low. You are not healing her. Remember, if you can heal the Widow, she can take more shots. She has to take cover if she's not being healed. Your Widow's already proven that she can hit shots. I don't understand why you're not healing the Widow. Okay, you drop off. Right? For Bastion ulti, I understand that. I think you probably could have dodged and stayed alive up top, but that's fine. Just scope this, right? When she's that far away and she's moving, just scope it. There's no reason to miss this shot. And again, now that the Widow is low, she has to play differently because of the fact that she is low, right? I don't think you understand just how differently players have to play when they're low. Okay? Again, you're still failing to heal the Widow. Okay, now you're tunnel vision. Now you're like, okay, now I'm gonna make absolutely sure I heal this Widow, but you're not looking to the left to see what could be going on over here, right? And this scenario ends up being okay, but it won't always be okay. Sometimes your front line will be getting mowed over, and the Widow is no longer your priority. You saw Bastion super low there, right? Okay, he's up there. You're healing. When I see him this low, I shoot the Bastion. Right? Probably doesn't result in the kill, but nobody here is low, right? I don't need to heal anybody right now. Shoot the Bastion. Okay, you pop nano. Hopefully your Genji was asking for it. Usually this doesn't happen this way. Usually the Genji dashes up in the air, then you nano, right? Then they ult, and then they go. Okay? The problem with nanoing like this is that the Genji has to do it right now at ground level where they're a lot more vulnerable, and they're much further away. Okay, because he knows he had to run up here with the nano. Versus if he dashed up right here, and then you pop nano, he can immediately go in and kill somebody. That's the reason why you don't typically go that way. I don't know if your Genji asked for it or not. I suspect that you just gave nano to your Genji, which has now caused your Genji to now get it out of position. Okay, so they've also nanoed. This is your opportunity to turn it around with a sleep. Okay, so here's the blade, right? I don't know why you looked away. It was very clear the nanoed Genji is going for your Widow, right? So as soon as this happens, just look at the Genji. Your Risa's fine. Look at the Genji. You should already be firing sleep right now. Right? You could have hit the sleep for sure. Okay, you hit the sleep. Great. You're low. Grenade. Great. Good. Okay, that's like the first big impact play that you have made. And notice that your Widow still getting kills, and your Genji, despite I don't feel like it was a well-timed nano, got a kill. Right? Just keep people alive, bro. Right? You don't want to throw this away. Oh boy. Okay, so you see everyone's low here? This is an excellent grenade opportunity against this wall, right? You don't throw a grenade, right? Again, you could have hit both of them with that grenade. You don't. You throw the grenade now when it's very, very late. Okay, so you heard the Widow here. You heard the heals. As soon as you hear the heals, you know it's a Widow. You cannot be holding scope like that because the Widow should have come around the corner and killed you instantly there. Right? Let's play it again from the Widow perspective.
You dare touch my property.
Oh, you actually heard the shot, so you should have known even before that. Right? Right now, if she wasn't looking up but instead looking to the right, you were a very easy shot for her. You see your head in the bottom right of the screen? Right? Down there, she could easily kill you here. Right? If you ever want to climb, you will get killed so much doing stuff like this. Okay, Doom's in, right? Doom, great sleep target. You throw yet another grenade that doesn't do anything. I think maybe you hit your Widow with this? Oh, okay, that's fair. So your Widow eats the shot from their Widow, I guess? I think something does damage. Okay, so that's fine. That's an okay grenade. Alright, now what are you doing? Right? So, again, your Widow is diffing their Widow. It is, like, again, confusing to me that you think your DPS are the problem here. Okay. Another grenade. This actually might be a good one. It's okay. This is an okay grenade, right? Unfortunately, I don't know why you dropped down to begin with. Like, what caused you to drop here? Right? Doom's up here. Like, why did you drop? Like, you're in good position. You have high ground control. Why are you dropping? right? Now you can't do very much here. You have to throw like a blind grenade, and now you can't help the team because you're out of position. If you've been up here, you could keep your Orisa up, and then you could drop when you need to. Okay, another blind grenade. Again, maybe it's good. Oh no, this is the same grenade. Okay, people get knocked down. Again, if you were playing close up here, you could have grenaded like 2 or 3 of them as they started walking in.
I am unbreakable.
Genji died, nothing you can do about that. It's not your fault. Right? Good sleep attempt, right? I think you gotta nade yourself right now. Right? Preferably nade between you and the Doom so both of you get hit by it. Right? And then you die. So, this is a really really common. So I think number one, I would say hold the sleep, right? You try to do it right away, but Doom can't instantly kill you unless there's a wall in the way. So I think you hold the sleep for him to straighten out the movement after you, so you stop getting juggled. Number two, right? After throwing this grenade, you're actually safe here, and I don't think you recognize that you're safe. Like the Doom. So what actually kills you here is that you're jumping. I'm pretty sure, right? Let's watch. Yeah. So, if I were you, knowing that the Widow was on me, okay? Right? So, jump, land, okay? So, hopefully he'll sleep, right? So, I grenade right now, and then I go for the sleep, number one. Number two is I would take this opportunity, right, to probably nano somebody, considering a situation, because I don't want this to turn into a wipe. So, based on the situation, the only eligible target after the grenade and the sleep would have been to nano the Widow. But I probably would have nanoed here, just to make absolutely sure that we win this fight. But, after this, you grenaded. You're at 125. Doom cannot actually quickly kill you here. I would strafe back and forth using the cab as cover so the Widow can't kill me. Do you die eventually? Yeah, if the Doom's going to commit, you're going to die here. For sure, right? Your team is too far away to help you. But, I think that you should make it as hard as possible for them. I think one thing to recognize is that you're also way too far away from your team, right? Your Orisa's pushing forwards, and I think that you have to kind of go forward, right? If your tank goes forwards, you go forwards. If they go backwards, you go backwards. You're creating too much distance here. And again, if you had never dropped from high ground early, you would have been with your Orisa the whole time playing on top of your team. Against Doom and Widow, right, and Genji, you are safer with your team than you are playing a long angle. Very important to recognize. So your positional mistakes have led you to a point where you have very few options here. Okay, I don't know why that took so long. Okay, you respawned, you're coming back to the fight. Right? And again, pretty much as I expected, because, you know, the situation was you ended up losing it. You held nano, which I think is still okay, right? I think that fight was potentially turnable, but that's okay, right? You still are going to have a chance to get another fight in. Your Genji is 80%, so I'm thinking I just need to stay alive and I'm going to nano blade. You're healing people who are not really taking much damage, okay. And you take a ton of damage there. So what hits you? It's the Widow. Oh, okay. So you heard Widow ulti. You heard Widow ulti earlier. You should have known this, right? Widow ulti is going to give a global voice hine. So you should know the Widow ulti is up. And you should know there's 15 seconds where you cannot peek. For you to just be scoped around the corner, you should have died right here. This is 100% your fault. Right? You should never have gone past this point, but because you go too far to the left, right? And the Widow's going to get you in the center. Right? You should have died there. So I don't know why you're stepping backwards. Step forward, get the mini. You're not going to have enough time to get back to the spawn, heal, and come back. Okay? You have to go right now. In fact, because of the timing, you actually don't have time to wait for Blade. Right? Based on the cart position, you should have nanoed your Orisa already to go out when you peeked before you got shot. You have to go. You have to go. Right? Again, you have a mini health back here that you're simply not grabbing. You're still not grabbing it. Then you just throw a sleep that doesn't hit. And you have not done anything. You haven't used your nano, right? And now your team is out there fighting without you. Okay? Is this their fault? No, they have to fight. They have to fight right now because the point's about the cap, right? You're meanwhile going back here trying to like mess around with this Doom. This doesn't matter. Like none of this matters. Whether or not you sleep the Doom, nade the Doom, it doesn't matter because what matters is the fight out here. Okay? And you might think, okay, well, like the doomfist jumped me and my team didn't help me. Well, first of all, the team has to go to the cart. They have no choice. 1. 2 is that you were jumpable because you were so low. If you are at full health when the doom jumps you, unless he's got empowered punch, you can survive for like literally like 10 seconds against him. Especially with a mini health back here, you can survive for like 15 seconds against him. No problem. Right? This is your fault for eating that Widow shot because Widow ulti was up. So once again, second point, a very large array of failures, none of which requires better aim. I want to clarify, right? None of these things are like, hey, I need better mechanics to survive, right? I'm not asking you to be like, oh, like an amazing aim god. Just simple things like being in the right spot and using abilities smartly is a big difference here. And again, I have yet to see anything from your team that indicates to me that they are throwing. I also don't understand why you are challenging the Widow. Like, they're paying the Widow for you, and the Widow is looking for you. If you are the Widow in this situation, okay, and you see an Ana come out like this, you should be dead. I'm just clarifying this. You should be dead right now, okay, which would have also costed your team this first fight, which means the next fight will happen here. Because there's 2 fights, roughly speaking, per point if they both end up being 1, okay, 1 in a row. So if you had died right here, which you should have, because you were trying to kill this Widow, you need 3 hits on the Widow to kill her. She only needs 1 hit on you. Can you imagine like playing a game, like a PvP game, where the enemy needs 1 hit on you and you need 3 hits on them and thinking, this feels balanced, right? Why would you take this fight? Like, what in the world were you thinking? Like, oh man, I'm going to kill this Widow because the rest of my team's having so much trouble killing the Widow. Your Widow has killed this other Widow like 5 times this game. This is actually bonkers to me that you decide to take this fight. Okay, you take the hit now. See, now it's peeking. Now peeking is okay because the Genji's in their face, right? You're not going to get shot now, right? Again, you're not looking at what's happening down here though, okay? Your Risa has gotten low and your Moira is super low because you're in the backline messing around. Again, I would swing wide, heal the Moira. Right? She's clearly under pressure. Okay, now you have to step up here to go see the rest of your team. Again, your team, your winner just got another pick. Okay, again, what is this grenade? This grenade is going to land on your Orisa, who is already full health and fortified and being pocketed by your Moira. What the heck is this? Do you even know that your grenade has anti-nade properties that it prevents healing? Like, at this point, it's like mind-boggling to me how many grenades you just throw at teammates. Okay, so I will give you one of the best overall tips for Ana. Use the grenade against the enemy. If you had a choice between hitting a teammate or hitting the enemy, hit the enemy. Okay? The only time you should use a grenade against a teammate is if you absolutely have to. You had no choice but to use the grenade to save yourself or teammate. And preferably, try to figure out how you could have avoided throwing that nade, if possible. Okay? This is a terrible nade. Okay? Absolutely terrible nade.
This will cut the pain.
Okay, sleep, on target, wrong timing, that's fine. Like, you know, like, it comes with experience, you're just like a little slightly off, that's fine. But heal the Widow. Right? Cool. Doom's dead. Oh. So, was that a headshot? I think it was a headshot. Nope, body shot, which means you could have saved the Widow. If you had one more dart on this Widow, you would have saved her, right? That's a miss. That's a hit. And then you reload. Why did you reload? Were you actually at 0? Yeah, you were actually at 0. But you missed a bunch of darts, right? You had 15 ammo before, right? 13, 12, 11, 10. Let's figure out if your reloading is good. Right? You stepped up. You have 7 ammo right now, and you could have reloaded while walking to this corner. Right? Now you throw a grenade. You have 5 ammo right now. 4 ammo. You could reload at any moment in time. You don't, nothing's going on. Just reload, right? Like, this is coming down anyway. Just reload. So, again, right? 3, 2, 1. Again, one more dart here would have saved your Widow. But you couldn't shoot it because your ammo usage is terrible.
No one can hide from my sight.
Okay, so, yeah, team's pushing in right now. He's pushing right now and dying. I agree that in this scenario, I don't think the Widow should be pushing forward. The Widow has killed 3 people. Holy shit. Let's play this through. So you hide, which I think is reasonable, right? I mean, unfortunate, right? Sometimes that happens. Again, I think your team has been playing very well up until this point. I went for another. Reese has gone in. There's nothing you can do about this, okay? I agree it is a mistake for the Reese to be going in.
No
But she is. It's fine. You're going to get one more fight, okay? Most important things, don't get picked here. Don't shoot the Doom. Oh my god. Did you? Yeah. So because you shot the Doom, you empowered the punch. Okay? Which means now he does plus 50% damage, which for the record means that he can one-shot people now. Right? Now you're in big trouble because he's going to come in and blow somebody up. You got an opportunity to kill the Ana there. Right? Again, you're not reloading. When you transition from here to here, you're not reloading. Okay. Hey, remember the Doom has an empowered punch and now he's nanoed? I wonder who empowered that punch. Okay, he comes in on you. You sleep? Great. Great sleep. You know what you do right now? Walk forwards. Okay? Why? Because staying back here, you're going to die regardless, right? Walk forwards, get value while he slept. Sleep's going to last 5 seconds. Walk past him and help win this fight. That way, you can kill everyone else. The Doom commits on you and kills you, fine. You still win the fight. The most important thing is win the fight. It's not your life. Win the fight. Right? You're pinging. But what is happening right now why your team is not doing anything to help you? Your Genji has just killed 2, right? Your Widow is helping to get kills, and your Risa is not able to do anything. Your Risa's so far away. What's she going to do? Shoot the Doomfist from here? He's nanoed. None of your team can help you right now. This is not their fault. There's nothing they can do about this. Right? Again, you should have stepped forwards. Right? If you step forwards, okay, you could have just helped with the team, right? And then the Doom would have died regardless. It was a huge mistake for you to back up. It doesn't end up punishing you here because your team won a 4-on-4. Okay, you and the Doom were both out of commission, and your team still won the fight. It's very important to note. Okay, so they have an Ashe, so you need to be very careful about looking at this angle because the Ashe can also see you, right? This angle right here, you don't want to be playing this because she could easily blow you up in 2 shots, right? Or, you know, 1 shot if you take like a shot from the Ana, for example. This is good healing here. I like this, right? But again, you think, okay, Doom's coming. This grenade, I understand. I think you're trying to hit the Doom with this. You miss, but I think this is an understandable nade, right? Of the grenades that go, this is fine. You still don't land it, to be clear. I think your nade usage, I think almost every single nade you've thrown this game has been useless. Right? You don't heal the Genji, who's getting absolutely rocked by the Doomfist. Right? He hits the Genji, right? He punches him here. You're reloading. Why are you reloading? Right? Is it because you wasted your shots again? 4, 3, 2, 1, right? You should have reloaded. You should have reloaded sooner. Okay, now you're reloading, and now he's purple, and now he's dead. And again, Genji would have been savable if you just had better, ammo usage. Okay, so what's even better here? Let's look at your sleep dart. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but the Doom is not visible to you, right? So unless you're map hacking, this shot is just going straight into the cart. Why would you use sleep dart about this, right? Let's think about this. Let's play out the next 5 seconds of this, okay? Doom got a kill on the Genji. He comes back to get healed up. What do you think he's going to do next? What has he been doing all game? He's going to dive you. Why wouldn't you hold sleep for when that happens, right? You've been able to sleep him before. Why would you just throw away sleep right now? It's not even like that sleep would have mattered if you slept him. He's in the middle of his whole team. All right, you take a shot here from, I don't know what just shot you, from the Ashe. Right? You're forced to cover. Okay? Don't even bother scoping here. Look at your Orisa. Look at your Orisa. Right? Your Orisa's in the middle of the team. Heal the Orisa, right? Orisa making plays without you, right? Just killed the Ana. Okay? And your Widow just killed the Genji. Your Widow is doing so well here. Okay? She dies. Okay, that's fine. Kill the Kiriko. Just run up and kill her. Right? Don't play defensive here, right? Just kill her. Right? You could trade your life for hers because the fight's already over. They're not gonna cap. Okay, let's watch like. Actually, let's swap to offense. All right, versus watching more defense. Oh, sweet. You go Kiriko.
1. Attackers incoming.
Okay, again, wasting kunais for no reason. Reload the kunais. Please reload the kunais. Okay, great. Spamming them again for no reason. Right, healing your Orisa. Okay, great. You see this as a Widow, right? Doom has jumped in and insta-killed your Widow. Could you have done anything about that? Oh man. No! What the heck? That does so much damage. You came out of... He must have been so high up in the sky. What the... I actually have to see this for my own enjoyment. Where the hell did he jump from? Is that enough to one-tap? Oh, the Widow hits her at the same time. I was like, there's no way that should one-shot a hero. She takes the Widow. So there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, great. So you switch stuff over here. I think it's fine. You do not throw Suzu there! Right? The Moira is behind cover and is safe right here. Right? Just heal her. Wasting more kunais. Right? Wasting more kunais. Again, your Moira gets absolutely rocked over here and you just don't save her. Like, look at the Moira. Right? Over here. Right? Takes a hit, takes another hit, takes another hit. Where were you? Why are you over here? Just swift step over here. Okay? Like, it's very clear that they're going to be in trouble, okay? The closer they get to the enemy, the more in trouble they get. You should not be playing so far away. Right? This is how you get low death counts, but get absolutely steamrolled in games, because you're just not in the right position. Way too far away. Doom jumps in. Right? Please don't empower as much. Okay. So Widow gets killed here, but kills Sojourn. Oh my god. I mean, your Widow is so low and you're not healing for some reason. Right? Gets killed by their Widow. Now you're trying to duel. Again, you hit 2 shots and she only needs to hit 1, so I would not take that trade. Heal your Moira, please. Right? Everybody empowers the Doom because you're all fools. Heal your Moira, please. Nope. And again, Genji dies. Doesn't get healing. Right? I don't know if you could do anything about that. He was like pretty far forward. He got hit by the Widow. So I'm not gonna call that one for you. I think that one is just legitimately Genji's fault. You should play that far away. So again, this is a bad spot to be playing in. You see where your Moira is? You have to be playing here. Because otherwise you can't follow up on anything that Orisa does. She has to advance at some point. If you swift step to her, you will die. Right? Because they will know you don't have swift step on available. Right. Widow dies, nothing you can do about that. Right, Doom's going in. Right, Orisa does a good job, fortifies, prevents that kill. Right. Okay. Again, if you were here, up here, you could Suzu to cleanse your Genji. So that something can happen here. Right? Again, you're starting to heal a Genji who is purpled and does not accept healing, right, while he's purple. Right? Orisa's forced Doomfist ulti, right? Orisa is doing a good job, right? Even in a 4-on-5 situation, Orisa is doing a good job. She's compressed their whole team into this small space, and she's forced Doomfist ulti out, and she's forced Doomfist mobility cooldowns to go backwards. The Orisa is 100% doing the right thing here. I do not understand why you are this far away from your team. Your healing does not go through fire trucks. Okay? You need to be here, not here. You need to be here. Right? Again, trying to attack people, wasting your time. Doomfist recognizes that you're isolated, goes after the Widow. That's fine. Heal. Again, note that you see the Genji super low here. You should swift step on Suzu. You're not, and Genji dies. Right? Easy. So easy. You hit shift, okay? And then you heal him, and then you Suzu if you need to after that. Okay? Easily could have healed him in time. Instead, you have to wait for your long Afuda to travel. And your Orisa, on point, doing stuff, right? Fighting, getting kills. Right? Does this, fights, right? Like you see, like she easily could have killed everybody on this team if you'd been there, right? Forget the Widow, right? Forget the Widow. Just pocket the Orisa here, right? If you just pocket the Orisa there, you use Suzu to cleanse anti, she kills everyone on the team. And now the fight's over, right? Your Moira pops Coalescence, right? Trying to clutch this. Again, you could still swift step to this. You could still swift step to this. She's trying to kill the Soldier. The Soldier is very low. There are no supports here. This is a winnable fight. This is a 3-on-2. And you are just AFK back here. I don't understand. Like, you're actually toxic. Can you imagine being one of these two people on point, right? The Widow just killed the Sojourn. This is a 2-on-1. Right? This is crazy. At any time, you could have come in here and you could have turned this fight. I am going to stop watching this now. Holy shit. Okay. Jeez. So many things have gone wrong in this game. Number one, it is 100% not your teammate's fault. It's absolutely crazy to me that you could look at this replay and think, man, this is my teammate's fault. This is brutal to watch. Absolutely brutal to watch. Your Widow consistently outplays the opposing Widow, okay? Your Genji gets kills, your tank is playing well, okay? Your Moira is playing fine too, right? You are playing off in La La Land, right? Not helping your team out at all. On Ana, your build usage is atrocious. Your grenades are so low value. That's literally, I've seen bronze level Anas get more value, and I watch a lot of replays. I've seen bronze level Anas get more value out of their grenades than you do in Gold 5. It is super painful for me to watch how many grenades you just thrown away for no value whatsoever. Your sleeps, okay at best. Right? Okay at best. We'll say okay, right? For Gold 5, certainly not the climb. Or this Gold 1, God. It's certainly not platinum level sleeps to me, right? I just absolutely crazy that you're doing this much. You don't heal teammates who are injured. You don't try to protect them whenever they make mistakes. You give up so easily. And when you play as Kiriko, your Suzu usage is bad, your positioning is bad, your healing is poor, and you don't protect your tank when your tank could easily have steamrolled the opposing team. Okay. Going back to your original question, is it possible to climb as healer in solo queue? Yes, absolutely. How do you think that other supports got the GM? Do you think they all got carried by grouping up with friends who brought them there? No, they got good at the game, which is what you need to do if you want to climb. Stop complaining about your teammates. Of all games I've seen, this is probably one of the better teams that I have seen. Right? Your team actually played really well, despite the fact that you gave them almost no value this entire game. And I would challenge you to watch this replay and tell me that you have a different take on this. I want you to give me a timestamp where you're like, wow, I really feel like I carried this fight right here. You did almost nothing this whole fight. Like this whole game, you did almost nothing, right? Other than sleeping the Nano Doom, I can't think of another play you made that had any meaningful impact on the game. And that is why you lose. So hopefully that answers your question about climbing.